To put it as simply as I can, Nexxen is an independent end-to-end advertising platform. When we created the company, we kind of looked out at the industry and we realized, wow, it's actually a really hard time to be a marketer right now. You have issues with fragmentation across streaming, consumer attention is everywhere, signal loss. And so we thought, wow, wouldn't it be simple if we brought digital and linear planning, a DSP, an SSP, and ad serving together, integrated across a consistent data layer, right? Solve problems for marketers, give them a one-stop shop, and hopefully provide value beyond the pipes. So all of those pieces kind of fit together nicely because we're checking off most steps of the digital ecosystem.
Speaking of the digital ecosystem, what does the market look like? CTV is blowing up, but what about classic traditional web video? What does that look like right now?
So you're right, CTV is exploding. It's benefited our business. At our core, we're a CTV company, but we often really remind our customers and our clients to focus less on the format, right? We as individuals, as consumers, we're exposed to a tremendous amount of content. I think it's something like 175 newspapers worth of information is thrown at us every single day, right? So ad recall is super low, viewability isn't where it should be. And so if you're just focusing on a format, while CTV is premium and you're probably gonna get the eyeballs that you want, we want people to focus on the full customer journey, right? If you're selling a product, how do you get them through that process and ultimately take a product off a shelf? And so while CTV is a huge part of that, we want to move them through the funnel, and we really encourage digital video as a way to do it. And not all digital video is created equal, but there's some really premium formats that marketers are using to continue to drive people towards stores or towards their e-platforms.
We're talking a lot about the industry facing a lot of signal loss. It's probably different for the open web versus CTV or web video. Can you maybe talk about how both sides of the business are grappling with this and the advantages and disadvantages?
Yeah. Meaty question first, but there's two buckets of buyers, right? There's the buyers that have been buying TV for most of their career, and for them, signal loss isn't a huge issue, right? Like if you're buying linear TV, the tools that you have at your disposal right now are similar to what you were having in linear. So you can target with us, you can target against genre, you can target some content, you can select even the ad pod, so first ad, last ad. So for a lot of those buyers, it's consistency, and now they're looking at everything sort of universally, digital and linear together. For some of the purely digital buyers, this is a really unique challenge. They've relied heavily on cookies, some still do in some small pockets, but now we're kind of leaning into these universal identifiers. And I think it's a good thing, right? There's certainly some downstream negative impact to longer tail publishers, and that's something as an industry we really need to work to address. But it's bringing a lot more of the art back to advertising. It's not just data, it's not just science anymore. And so what we're seeing is really smart, really thoughtful marketers and advertisers are having a big advantage where they're able to kind of piece together different parts of what they see about their customer and communicate effectively. That's actually going to drive a desired outcome.
You've seen a lot of renewed interest in contextual across the board. Are you seeing a lot of that in the web video and CTV arena?
Yes, for sure. Contextual is rising in popularity again. You know, if you've been around, contextual has been around for a very long time, 10 plus years. Certainly cookie deprecation has led to a rise in that, but it's a good thing in a lot of ways because, again, I talked about the amount of information that we're exposed to, right? I think on average, you're seeing maybe 1 in every 5 ads, or at least paying attention to it. When somebody is in a mode where they're doing some research or they're looking at a very specific type of content and you show them an ad that's very relevant to what they're thinking about in that moment, it's a powerful opportunity to form a connection, right? It's rare that you have a consumer or an individual raising their hand and saying, hey, I'm kind of interested in this particular category. If you're going to show me an ad, now's the time. And so while it was kind of in the 15, 16, 17, contextual kind of fell out of favor, it's certainly coming back. It's gotten a lot smarter, and marketers are using it as an alternative to get closer to their customers to supplant some of the changes that are happening with signal loss.
There's also been a lot of discussion in the industry about trying to sharpen the supply chain and kind of cut out the middlemen and have direct paths. Have you seen a lot of changes there? What's next?
Yes, a lot of change on the supply path. Supply path optimization in particular has been a big tailwind for our business. So selfishly, as a leader at Nexxen, like this is a very good thing. We've always believed in more transparency. As an end-to-end platform, our goal is to drive more efficiency, to make sure that more of your money is going towards working media. But Nexxen aside, just as somebody who's been in the industry for quite a while, it's a really good thing. Transparency is very, very healthy. And I would even go so far as to say we've brought in a little bit more integrity back to the industry, where marketers and advertisers can see exactly where their money is going. There's certainly bad actors that are probably still out there, but they're fewer and far between. And I think we're making really big strides to just create a much cleaner, more well-lit ecosystem that everybody can sort of rise based on their merit and their impact to their advertisers, as opposed to, let's call it, gaming the system.